The smell came before the truth did, and by the time the truth arrived, it was too late for anyone to pretend they had not sensed that something was wrong. It was January 2022 on MKO Abiola Way in Abeokuta, Ogun State, Nigeria. Life in the compound had always been ordinary, children playing in the evenings and neighbors greeting one another. But then the stubborn and foul odor appeared, drifting through corridors and sleeping under doors. At first, residents blamed the sewage pit, but after careful inspection, it was found completely clean. And still, the stench grew stronger, more persistent, more alarming with each passing hour. The neighbors began looking more closely. They sniffed around, checked corners, followed trail, and eventually traced the odor to a single apartment. It belonged to a 43-year-old man, Mr. Kehinde Oladimeji, and his 35-year-old wife, Adejumoke, but the apartment was locked and the couple had traveled, leaving questions hanging in the air. 2 days passed, and when they returned, they refused to answer the questions from neighbors. Their silence was unsettling and their eyes were suspicious. The neighbors could no longer wait. They contacted the community leader, who then called the police. When the police officers arrived, they calmly but firmly asked the couples to open their apartment. This time there was no refusal. The door cracked open and the odor that had haunted the whole compound for days rushed out sharp and unmistakable. Inside, authorities found a sack containing human remains. How could such horror exist behind an ordinary door in a neighborhood that had seemed safe? Both Kehinde and Adejumoke were arrested by the police. During questioning, they gave conflicting accounts. Kehinde claimed that his wife invited her 22-year-old friend, one Miss Ife Ade, into their home twice. The first visit was brief and ordinary, but during the second visit, he said his wife allegedly served her food, let her rest, and then committed the unimaginable crime. He explained that a friend in Ibadan via a phone conversation mentioned that he needed a human head, and when his wife Adejumoke overheard their conversation, she allegedly agreed to the act for a price of 70,000 naira. He claimed he was unaware of her full intentions. Adejumoke, on the other hand, denied any involvement. She said she knew nothing about harming her friend. According to her, the sack had been given to them by Kehinde's friend, and only later did they discover the contents of the bag. Each story contradicted the other, each of them pointing accusing fingers while leaving a young woman dead and her loved ones traumatized. The Ogun State Police Command confirmed the arrest following a complaint by the community leader after a co-tenant noticed offensive odor. Detective discovered fresh human remains in the apartment. Both suspects were charged with conspiracy and murder and remanded in custody while the case moved to court. Under the Nigerian law, if found guilty, they could face death penalty. The compound on MKO Abiola Way would never feel the same. Neighbors who once greeted each other freely now looked around with suspicion, because sometimes you never really know who to trust. The smell came first, quietly warning anyone paying attention. But it took courage and the right authority to finally confront the truth. What do you think about this story? Was Kehinde telling the truth, or do you believe Adejumoke's version of this story? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to like and share this video. If you are new here, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any true crime story updates.
I went to the state hospital in Nigerian and I was going back to my house in Magbon. I told the driver that carried me, I just saw people at the other side of the road and I just stopped. And I said, what happened? I just seemed to be going and I stopped and I crossed to the other side of the road. And while I crossed, I asked one of those women what happened. They said somebody, an herbalist. I said, okay, let me come there myself and found out. And they're not saying that an herbalist living in a house is not, I'm sure he's not legally married to that woman. 6 months, just 6 months in between gap, you are living with a woman, harbored a man. It is against ethics, it's not professional, it's not ethical, it is primitive. In a nation like this, in a civilized society, a woman harboring a man, and the man, you don't know the job that he's doing. Within 6 months, the relationship has joined so much like that he kept something in the house, and I'm sure he will have been doing this thing for a long time. God just caught up with him today.
I am very, very sad, considering the youths, the younger ones. I don't know where we are going in this generation. If such a thing like this is happening, then we are not safe. We are not safe at all. So I'm full of fear. Moreover, I think I was saying the major problem we are having in this country, majority of it are from parents